Yo guys, welcome to the video, man. It's my first YouTube video of 2021, so let's do this. We'll start off with a bang, in it. So yeah, this is gonna be a little player review on one of the biggest footballing legends or icons in the last 10 to 15 years, Iron Robben. For those that don't know, Robben was a terrorist on the wing, plain and simple, man. He used to just leave man for dust. Like he was a cold player, man. You know what I mean? Like even as an Arsenal fan, him being at Chelsea, you know, even though I hated Chelsea, he was so good, man. Like, and I'm not sure if I'll put him as a Premier League legend, but he's definitely one of the best, you know, players to come and play in the Prem in the last 10 to 15 years, definitely. Especially wingers, man. He was different gravy. You know, he's technical. He had the long shots. He had the dribble. He could dribble. He was quick. You know, he's just like everything that you'd want in a winger, and he pretty much had. You know, and he was a great player, man. So yeah, we're just going to be talking about his brief history. So originally, Robben was at Groningen. So Groningen's known for producing talent such as Tadic, Van Dijk. I think Suarez was also there, although he didn't come directly from there, but I think he did play there as well. So yeah, they've got a big cohort of, you know, top talent in Europe. So yeah, he was at Groningen. He made his way into the first team. You know, from there he boosted his reputation and whatnot in Holland and made him, you know, a revered name. So yeah, as a result, PSV came calling in for him. He signed for PSV 2 years after his first team debut for Groningen, and yeah, he really made a name for himself in the Eredivisie. And as a result, he increases awareness internationally, and European clubs such as, you know, Manchester United, Chelsea, a few others came looking for him, and it came calling. And yeah, originally United put in a bid for him, but for 7 million, but PSV said it was kind of disrespectful, sort of. You know, they said the only thing you can get with 7 million is a shirt signing and whatnot. And then Abramovich, you know, at the time in 2004, you know, he would just come in and just spent peas in it. So when I splashed out an 18 mil, and 18 mil, and then Chelsea they just bought him that summer, 2004, Mourinho's first year. So yeah, man, from there I think that he started to, you know, gain a lot of exposure, and this really kicked on his career. You know, so from there he won a league title. I think he won one league title, one FA Cup, one League Cup. You know, with one of the most successful Chelsea teams in the last since ever, in it. Like, it's one of their best. He was part of one of their best teams. You know, so yeah, man, he was at Chelsea. He had a good spell, and then obviously his time came to an end. So then he moved. He found himself in Madrid, and he got a move to Madrid, and yeah, like, although he had a short Madrid career, he still had some success. So he won a league title in a year where they won a league title so quickly as well, similar to when Bayern won a league title with like 9 games to go. Like, I think Real Madrid did something quite similar, not the same, but they won the title quite early, and Robben was he's a huge contributor to them winning that title. You know, performed well in a lot of key games, and even in the game against Barcelona, one of the last games of the season, Barcelona had to give them the guard of honor. I think it was at the Bernabeu, and yeah, in a 4-1 win, Robben obviously was a big contributor in that 4-1 win as well. So yeah, man, he had a decent spell at Madrid, but you know, he was there for 2 years, but unfortunately his time came to a short end again. Yeah, because, you know, Mourinho come in again. You know, Mourinho came in to manage Madrid. So, and obviously Perez, the president of Real Madrid, you know, Real Madrid are a team that makes just marquee signings. You know what I mean? And the year Robben left, they basically signed Kaká, Higuain, Fernando Gago. Actually, no, I tell you, like, those Fernando Gago and Higuain were there before, but they signed Kaká, Benzema, and CR7 all in 1 year, in it. And obviously, as a result, Robben's place in the first team was under threat. So yeah, man, he got a move to Bayern Munich that summer, and yeah, at Bayern, I think that's the place where his career really took off. You know, as in, like, he did take off at Chelsea, but at Bayern is where he actually became one of the best players in the world. And, you know, like, yeah, at that time at Bayern, you could definitely say that, yeah, you know what, he was one of the best players in that era, hands down. Do you know what I mean? Whereas before, in like the early the late 2010s or the early 2010s, he wasn't. He was a player that I was amongst the best in the world, but you wouldn't really say, oh, you know what, he's the best right wing or he's the best wing in the world. But I think them times at Bayern, then that's when, you know, he was known in it. He was widely accepted as one of the best in it. You could say in the top 20s, you know. So yeah, man, at Bayern, that's where he made a name for himself. Won a lot of honors, you know. That Bayern team was just winners in it. They won so many trophies, and yeah, he finally got to win a Champions League. You know, he won a CL with Bayern where he scored the winner. Although he missed a penalty and missed a lot of key chances in that final, yeah, he did come up good in the end and he scored the winner. So yeah, man, he had a very good club career. He also had a very good, you know, career internationally as well, taking Holland to at least a quarterfinal, taking them to a World Cup final, which unfortunately they didn't win, and he missed a big chance in. But yeah, man, Robben definitely left his mark on this football world, and yeah, so that's why we're gonna honour him and give him a nice player review. So yeah, man. So starting off, we're gonna be looking at, you know, his card and whatnot, and what he has to offer, and you know, whether he's a good player to have in your team. Yeah, so Iron Robben starting off, he's 5'11", he's got medium attacking work rates, low defensive work rates. So I guess it represents him somewhat, mainly towards. I'll say it represents him more at Bayern, you know, but yeah, man, because I think it does represent the player a bit. He's left-footed, you know, 5-star skills, he was a very predictable when he was on that right hand side, because you know he wanted to cut in, but he still had the ability due to obviously his dribbling ability, and he did have a lot of skills in his locker, you know. So yeah, man, and he had 2-star weak foot as well. Not the best, but it was fair and accurate to him in it. So yeah, man, looking at his stats now, he's got 94 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, you know, which is kind of fair. You know, he was very, very quick, you know. His shooting is a true 87, and why I say that is because he's got what's most important is finishing, innit? He's got high finishing, good attacking positioning, good shot power, good long shots, volleys, you know, and the shooting's in the higher levels, innit? So yeah, it's definitely good on the shooting department. Passing's a bit low. I'd want his crossing to be a bit higher, because when he was played on the left hand side, he used to cross a lot more than obviously when he was at Bayern and that. So yeah, man, I think they should have buffed his crossing just a bit. Vision could say yeah, but he could also, yeah, you know what I mean. He was a quality player, you know, so maybe they could have upped the vision ever so slightly. In terms of short pass, I guess that's fair. Long passing's alright. You know, free kick accuracy is alright. So yeah, it's alright. And obviously he's got the high curve, which is, you know, he was a very left-footed player in it, but what he could do with that left foot was a mad thing in it, and obviously 90 curve does represent that in some regard. So yeah, his dribbling was also good. I'll say his agility was a bit higher than that, but 92 balance is definitely fair. Low on the reactions, but you know, I understand why they might have put that there. Ball control really good, dribbling really good. Composure, I would say, it's amazing, isn't it? It's good in it, but if he was being fully keep it a butt 50 and being fully realistic, I would say his composure is a bit low, because he did miss some chances. Do you know what I mean? But he should have scored in the key moments, and obviously that's where composure is has more of an impact on the players, in it. But yeah, his heading accuracy is alright. You know, you're not really going to be using to head of the ball. He's got good level stamina for this stage of the game, and he's got good strength as well. So all in all, if you pair it to the fact that balance and strength go hand in hand, he's got high dribbling, meaning that he's big and strong, but he can also hold the ball under pressure as well. So yeah, man, for the most part, this looks like a really good card. So obviously, because he's got low passing and whatnot, We're gonna put a dead eye on him, which we already have. Originally I tried him with an engine, but I felt like he did need that buff to the shooting just to max it out a bit, especially in the higher tier levels, and he's really got enough pace as it is. So yeah, we just wanted to max out the card a bit in the shooting department, just to make sure it's TT, it's Chris in it. So when you're coming up against these proper I wouldn't say sweats in it, but you're coming up against these higher tier players, you know, these good players, and that you want to make sure your stats are as maxed out as they can be. And I feel like with the Deadeye, that's the best way to get you know, the most out of the card. And also he needs to boost his passing. You know, he's got some decent pass at the moment, but he does need that boost in it. So that's why we're giving him the Deadeye. So yeah, man. So the traits that he has is an injury prone trait, which doesn't really have too much of effect on the card, really. Obviously, once every couple of games he might get injured, and in that game he might be moving a bit weird, you know. So obviously you have a sub, you know, that maybe if you want to play like him, you put on like an Alessandrini sort of player, you know what I mean. But yeah, man, he's got the good finesse shot, which is obviously key and is a fundamental part of who he was as a player, you know, cutting him off the left hand side and cutting it top corner. Outside the foot shot trait, yeah, it's good, because especially because he has a 2-star weak foot. It adds that level, well, it gives him more variety in the type of shots that he can take. Even though he does have a 2-star weak foot, that allows different shooting. The outside the foot shot trait allows different shooting angles as well. So yeah, man, as you can see, he's also got a long shot taker trait, speed dribbler trait, and also he's got a technical abilities trait, which is below, but we're going to scroll down a bit later. And he's got the team player traits. These traits, I don't really think they have a big bearing on the card, you know, but it's still nice to have, do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, we've looked at that. So now we're going to look at him and the custom tactics that we're going to employ for him when we use him. So the custom tactics we are going to, or the tactics we are going to use for you know, to get the best out of Robben, and what we have also been using throughout the week is the 4-2-3-1. So the 4-2-3-1 is a nice balanced formation, you know, and it's a nice counter-attacking formation as well. And with this formation, we're gonna have both the wide attacking midfielders being Robben and Noir to be on stay forward and get into the box or crosses. So this will mean there will always be a forward option, and it also allows them to get into attacking position when a cross does come in, so they're in the right positions. So, you know, obviously they're both, one's a right foot playing on the left hand side, and one's a right foot playing on the right hand side. A left foot player playing on the right hand side, and a right foot playing on the left hand side. Yeah. It will mean that when they are gonna get crossed, well, when the ball is gonna come into them from a crossing angle, they can either probably be in a position where they can volley it, you know, into the goal, or head it into the goal, or also come in from the edge of the D for a cutback. So this will obviously, yeah, with them being on that dominant foot for the shot, and also having the finesse shot traits, allows them to take first time shots from the edge of the box, also for a cutback. So yeah, man, I think this is the best way to get the best out of Robben specifically, because like I said, he's not going to be a mad header of the ball like that, but you want him to use his left foot, and I feel like this is the best, you know, way to get him to use his left foot, you know. And also because he's got high volleys as well, even though he does have a 2-star weak foot, crossing is really meta this year, and also volleys from these sorts of scenarios often they go in it, so it's a very effective way to score. So I feel like this is the best way to get the best way to get the best out of him, essentially. So yeah, originally I had him in a 4-1-2-1-2 as a cam, which did suit him a lot. But I feel like him being wide is more beneficial, you know, because obviously because he got a 2-star weak foot, it does inhibit him ever so slightly, you know. So him at least being on a position where he can always come in with his stronger foot is more advisable. Hence why I've put him on the right hand side of attacking midfield. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into the gameplay now. At first, we're gonna be looking at the passing, his chance creation, and playmaking. Then we're gonna be looking at his finishing. As you can see here, he's nice and wide, and even though he has a 2-star weak foot, he can still find them passes into those specific scenarios, you know. So yeah, his passing was quite good when I used it. You know, you could always find that through ball, you know, and yeah, his passing was really good. Even though it was low, with the Deadeye, it definitely helped boost his passing enough. Look, another right-footed pass. Even though he has a 2-star weak foot, he's still able to find his man. So yeah, man. His passing was quite good actually. It's quite surprising, to be fair. Yeah, it's another position. Look, even heavily dominant on that left foot, as you can see. But yeah, look at this, the nice composure, cut back, first touch, play out wide, goal. Another scenario of his playmaking, step over, through ball, clean, man, clean. Unlucky with their finish, but yeah, man, look at the chances that's being created, man. Look at that, it's quality. Into his feet, first time pass around the corner. Look at that attacking AI. Slows down. Look what he does. He slows down just a little bit. But yeah, passing. Look at that angle for that pass. It wasn't even there until he found it. No passing angle there, but he still managed to find it. I think this is another. Look at his playmaking. Look at that. Strong. Ran through the tackle. That was Kante, by the way. Look at that. His attacking AI. When he is in a certain scenario, because it's high, he'll still push. But that all came from Robben, man, being, a bully in that middle of the park. That's when I played him in a number 10 sort of position. But as you can see, it's not the best for him. Out wide is where he's done a lot of the damage in the clips. Look at his attacking AI, really strong. And one thing I've noticed, he always stays on side as well. Like I said, 2-star weak foot, but he's still crossing being OP, this year. Still doesn't really matter, too tough. Look at the AI, it comes back on side, drags himself back on side. Look, always, yeah, it's just a good AI. Look there, always on side. I thought that was offside, but it wasn't. Got a penalty, maybe that should have been offside, but I don't think it was. Well, I think it was, but they didn't give it. Look at this through ball though, another beautiful through ball. Should have done better with the finish, but he's got the ability to play the balls in behind. Look at that touch around the corner. It's keeping it simple, you know what I mean? Keeping it nice and simple. Yeah, so I think this is the goals now. Yeah, it's the goals. Look at that. Look at that fake shot. Turn back inside, finesse. And yeah, this goal is just a mad. This is, like I said, if you want him to have that volley on that far hand side, when I was playing the 4-2-3, play him as a left attacking midfielder, then you might get a specific scenario where you're crossing the ball like this, and then look at this finish, beautiful. Look at that top corner, man. Look at that goal, man. Yeah, man, his shooting, I must say, it really is good, man. It really is good. It's such a good card. Like I said, it's the attacking AI. Look how he just stays on side, like how he manages to stay on side all the time. Beautiful finish, man. Nice little dink there. Look at the pass into that. Look at the pass into the space. Look at him as attacking AI. Look there. Look at this goal. Sad. Left him. Bun him. Goal. Look at that. Beautiful finish, man. And a lot of these games, look, you can see a TTTV done in there, innit? A lot of these games is Division 1, higher levels of Division 1, not just the base entry level. I'm talking about 2,100 skill rating, and this is what I'm doing to man, fam. And on the Foot Champs as well, plus 15 ELO games. This is what I'm doing to man, innit? He's such a cold player on this game, man. The card stats do look good, but he is also really good in game as well, man. Even with the medium-low work rates, he was so good, like. And I do recommend this card, especially, yeah, look at this. Always on side. Like I said, it's attacking AI, yeah. It always puts him in the right positions. The dribbling's good. Even though it's 80 reactions, you can slightly see it, but his dribbling is still high enough. It doesn't really matter too tough. Look at this dribbling. Got lucky there. Finesse shot, dispatched it. And I think his shooting's got its own animation. And his running's got his own animation as well. So he is a unique card as well. It's not just one of these generic sort of cards that they have. Like it is a specific, has specific animations and that, which is I really like that uniqueness of the card, innit? Do you know what I mean? Look at the attacking AI. Look at that, aggressive. Actually, no, not even aggressive. More graceful. You know, he just, slow, like nice and steady. Just gets into them positions. Nice and steady. Look, this is what I mean about the AI. Comes back on, drags himself back on side. Like, look at that. Look at the dribbling. Nice, clean, nice and clean, man. Look at the run, smart run, distracting, and then you got this. It's unlucky there, but yeah, I'll take that call anyway, any day of the week. Look at the dribble. Look at that. Spun him. Sad. Look at him just lingering on that far right hand side, just there. This is when I glitched through him, I think. Yeah, it was. This was a bit of a jammy goal, but he's got the cheese with him as well, as you can see. Especially against some players with a low defensive awareness, you know. Look at the dribble. Look at that. Fake. Yeah, look like okay. Put him on the floor. If I scored that one, oh my. Look at this. The movement, the pie, right footed. But them angles in it, doesn't matter what foot you get into, they'll always score those. Don't know why, but it's just one of them things that's there. This one was rude, I think. This was a rude goal, I think it was. Yeah, it was. Sad. Slapped it top corner, man. Really like that idea that they put. Well, I really like that fact that he put normal finishing. You can actually shoot across goal. Like I said, I think this is a video where he's playing in that number 10 position. This is one of the runs that he likes to make. Nice little chip there. But yeah, that's when I think he was playing in a number 10 sort of position. Yeah, I think he's playing centrally in this position as well. Little McGeady spin there, right foot, weak foot, we'll take that. Look at that ball roll. Look at Mbappe on skates, mate. Look at that, aggressive, strong. That's Varane, bro. That's Varane. Sad. Koundé sent shots, mate. Get out of. Look at it. Look at the goals, fam. I'm telling you, this Robben, innit? He's a top. I'm telling you, he's a top tier card, man. He's a top tier card, and it's like I feel like he's like Di Maria. Yeah, he's quite similar, but it's the strength as well. Great finish. Look at that, man. It's the strength, man. I think that's where it is more so, because Di Maria, the thing about him, he's so heavily one foot and he's weak as well. Whereas Robben's actually strong on the game, man. Yeah, man. They did this card a lot of good service to it, man. Look at it. Look at the AI. Still strong. A lot of players would run offside from that position. Nice. Don't know what he's doing with the defender there. Buried it. Buried it, man. Don't know how keeper saved that. Don't know how he saved that, but that was just a weird one. But this is another example of like the short corner tactic I was talking about, or that you could do with him as well. Look at that, good save there, man. Look at the attacking AI. Look at him running in the right area, man. Look at that finish, man. That is a great finish, man. This one. Look at this, acres of space. Look, he moves his keeper, slap it near post. What are you doing, son? What are you doing? Look at the attacking AI again, just in good, good scenarios, waiting for the keeper to make the movement, finished it near post. Look at that, just clean, man. He's such a clean player on this game, man. He's such a clean player on this game, man. This could have been a bit lucky if he actually no, it's not this one. I think it's the next one. Well, I think he did move his keeper there. Look, the attacking AI is so good. Look, strong, fam, strong. Got a bit lucky there. Take that though. Look at that bottom corner, man. This is, bro. This is what I'm telling you. This is just typical Robben, man. Like this is literally him. This is literally him. Literally him. Drags himself back on. Look at that attacking AI, strong again, like I keep saying. Look at that. Look at this, beautiful, man. Look at the goal, man. Look at it. He actually used to do that as well, fam. Albeit he actually used to run and cut in, but that shot right there. Look at this goal, man. Look at it. I had to even wheel it up. I even had to wheel it up, fam. Look at this goal, fam. Look at it, fam. That's Jan Oblak in goal as well, fam. The UCL one. So like that's an upgraded Oblak, and this is what he's doing to him. Look at him. Varane couldn't even outstretch his out his elongated legs, like. Look at that.